How many times do you want me to say I love you? Cause when I tell the world I do, even you want me, girl, I do. Baby, girl, don't be my love life. Inikuman. Yeah, girl, I'm by Inikuman. Anyway, you will come on. How many times do you want me to say I love you? Cause when I tell the world I do, even you want me, girl, I do. Baby, girl, don't be my love life. How many times do you want me to say I love you? Cause when I tell the world I do, even you want me, girl, I do. Baby, girl, don't be my love life. I need no painkiller, cause you took my pain away. You don't need umbrella, I will take the rain away. Inikuman. Yeah, girl, I'm by Inikuman. Anyway, you will come on. How many times do you want me to say I love you? Cause when I tell the world I do, even you want me, girl, I do. Baby, girl, don't be my love life. How many times do you want me to say I love you? Cause when I tell the world I do, even you want me, girl, I do. Baby, girl, don't be my love life.
She don't have no spine. The next thing, Joe she find, she have the rest of them a waiting a line. Oh gosh, champagne a pop and we so fast. Weed in a spliff, no allow that. Girl, back it up, make me hold that. This guy's on the level right now. I match to the bass and the treble right now. Wine for the real, let my crown. Bedroom bullet up and now pop down. Fast, slow. Anywhere you want, baby girl, go. Bounce up and down like a bow. Go, girl, you want it, they know. Yo, real from the scene. Heavy moving. You and your team. Yeah, them can't intervene. Right. You know I love that style where you got this. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you whine in your pop waist. Don't tease till it making me alright. So smooth when you move to the groove, you're the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love that style where you got this. So won't you back it up on me?
Back it up on me, telling me that you want me, baby girl, if you loving tonight. Right, baby, I'm in town, know that it's going down. You know that I'm only here for one night. You know what he won't do, really won't do. You know why I probably put that thing upon you. Looking at you, looking like you really want to. There's nothing on this earth, baby girl, I won't do. Girl, cause we turning up. Shots on deck, cause we burning up. Take you back to the telly, throw it up. Take you back to the telly. Throw it up, girl. Throw it up. Oh, yeah. Looking at your friends like you don't care. Girl, cause the Grey Goose is in here. Oh, yeah, we in here. You know I let it slide where you got things. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you're whining your pop waist. Don't tease till it making me honest. So smooth when you move to the groove in the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I let it slide where you got things. So won't you back it up on me? Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. And we have to tell it, and we're getting it on. Baby girl, tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, right. We can stuff on the bed, bath and beyond. Baby girl, tell me what you into. Yeah. Cause every day and night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Forever my lady, like Jodeci. You see your body keep controlling me, and I'm trying to get it poppin' like it's ecstasy. But your body should stay close to me. We gon' get it poppin', and soaking wet, bump around. Got your girls, man, they all upset. Where you at? Where you been spending time? Got a man, I always hit you up, but you not around. I be your not a man, I hit you up on the phone. I'm head down to pick you up, baby girl, when you all alone. I wanna call you up, but I can't do that shit. Come over here, baby, you the one I'm rolling with. You the one I'm fooling with. I spend the hours, 1,000 flowers, and tuna fish. Baby girl, you the only one that I'm dealing with. I swear to God, the MC Hammer cut you too legit. And didn't know that you my mama, Mia. Baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. And didn't know that you my mama, Mia. Baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. Baby girl, I got plans for you. Better yet, I made plans for two. Take your time, let me admire you. And baby girl, we get it poppin' like we supposed to do. We can stop from the stairs, girl, I promise an hour. After we done with charades, we can jump in the shower. I'll tell the world that it's yours, baby girl, that it's ours. Anything that you need in life, baby, I got you. Baby girl, you the one, boo. Cause you to be the one when times get tough, I turn to. Girl, I really love and I do admire you. You the one that I need. Baby girl.
Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, nonprofits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3955. That's Allen Bernard International, or ABR, transforming business through ideas. In order to keep ourselves and others safe from the coronavirus disease, we must all get vaccinated. Here are a few facts about the coronavirus vaccine. The vaccine does not have anything in it that can make you magnetic. All COVID-19 vaccines are free of metals. The COVID-19 vaccines available in the US do not contain live virus. They do not share any of their parts inside or outside of your body. The vaccine is safe for current and future pregnancies. There is no proof showing unsafe results on taking the vaccine for current or future pregnancies, which means pregnant women can also take the vaccine. The COVID-19 vaccine does not change your DNA. In fact, it has absolutely no interaction with your DNA. The vaccine does not cause you to test positive for the virus. It is untrue, as none of the vaccine will cause you to test positive in a viral test. Therefore, the vaccine is safe to use. Get vaccinated today and stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota. Lopus Kitchen, a Liberian-owned business operated by Johnson and Wales University's trained chef Joyce Matowia, is your dining away from home. At Lopus Kitchen, we prepare all kinds of Liberian cuisines, including fried and rare oil potatoes green, kidney beans, palava sauce, fever leaves, and a lot more. We also make rice bread, meat pies, cookies, Benesi candies, and all kinds of pastry products. Place in your order online today from anywhere in the US at www.lorpukRTCHEN.com. The good news is your package is sealed in an insulated cooling box and reaches your destination well preserved and fresh. Save yourself the stress and order the best from a professional chef. Lopus Kitchen keeps your fingers licking. They say a home is where the heart is. That's why at Emerald Suites, we provide a conducive and safe environment for your long and short-term stay. With our 6 fully furnished luxurious apartments of 3 bedrooms each, our customers have the option of renting a full apartment or single bedroom. We also have standard rooms and king suites. At Emerald Suites, we have 24-hour electricity, cold and hot water, cable TV, internet service, and fully air-conditioned rooms. Mero Suites takes the pressure off its customers with our fully equipped kitchens, living and dining rooms, as well as balconies. All you need is your personal belongings and enjoy your stay. We are located on Silver Beach Road in Dwazon, Lower Margibi County. For reservation, call our US number 610-986-1077 and our LIB number on 0777-588-118. You can email us at edithwaters111@gmail.com. Melrose Suites, a home away from home.
Another banger, baby, calm down.
Pinter One of Delaware. Yes, it's Pinter One of Delaware, the name that counts when you talk quality painting works. For more than 2 decades, Pinter One has brought more life and vigor to thousands of residential and commercial complexes with our quality painting services. Give your homes, offices, bars, stores, hospitals, shops, etc. that look they deserve by choosing Pinter One of Delaware. For more information, call us on phone number 302-508-3034. Again, 302-508-3034. Or visit our website at pinter1.com/Delaware. Or better still, email us on ivan@pinter1.com or harley@pinter1.com. Schedule a free estimate and get 10% off by using the promo code Costa. Pinter One of Delaware. Renew your space, renew your life.
She dey give me small, small one, I know.
Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency is the name that counts when you talk quality and affordable insurance services. Located in central New Jersey, Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency provides homeowner insurance, commercial and business insurance, auto insurance, life insurance, and a lot more. We partner with over 20 top-rated companies to ensure we provide affordable pricing and quality services to our clients. Not only that, we also offer free financial planning consultation, and we are licensed in 20 states across the USA. At Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency, our staff are well trained to handle all your insurance needs. Visit our website on www.pmassinsurance.com or call us on phone number 609-571-3037. That's 609-571-3037. Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency, your low-cost insurance partner.
America, come fight me.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the program. Today is a beautiful day to be here. It is Thursday, the 26th day of May, 2022. It is 6:30 a.m. in Delaware on the eastern seaboard of the United States. It is 10:30 a.m. in Liberia, Monrovia, Liberia. Good morning, Boakai. Is it still raining? I saw the pictures from the Invincible Park. It's flooded. People are making mockery of it. People are celebrating it, but I am not. Sometimes people wonder, but why isn't Costa having the same attitude that some people are having about it? It's just that. What's there to laugh about, Boakai? I mean, we all know that place gets flooded, right? I mean, I agree. The engineers, the people made a blunder by building it there, but should we be celebrating it, Boakai? After all, the money that was used to build that place, it's not George Weah's money. Mm-hmm. It's our money. So I'm sorry, I will not be celebrating that it's flooded. No, I won't. It's a stupid thing that they built it there. But after all, that property belongs to who? It belongs to the people. Yeah. So, Boga, should we be happy that our property is flooded?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. What's there to be celebrating? You know, sometimes the opposition thinks some people take it to another level. Boga, we have built this thing with our money. Oh, today my sister's birthday, Vera. Oh my God! So listen, Boga. We have built this thing with our money. Now I know how he likes to everything. You know what I mean, Boga? Because they do these projects and they make it look like it's Weah's personal project. They don't disclose to us where the money came from. They don't tell us this. They don't tell us that. But the point is, at the end of the day, the property is for the Liberian people. So, Boga, let me ask you something. If that place was to catch fire, should we be happy?
Nope.
You see, should we be happy? Should we be happy that it caught fire? We all said it from the very beginning.
That place was not a deal to build a playground. We said it. We're not engineers, but that place is right there underneath the airport.
The
runway.
airport. Mm-hmm.
It's right there underneath the runway. So why would you build a playground there? And 2 plane crashes took place there back in the 90s. DC Airways, I think. What is it called? DC Airways. You're too small, man. You can't remember DC Airways. Do you remember DC Airways?
No.
There you go. There you go. That is exactly what I said. You don't remember DC Airways. So the point is, I get it. Darius, my brother, Darius Kai St. Patrick. I get it. I get why people are celebrating it. Because people hate the government so much that even if something we are built with our own money, if it were to get destroyed, people will be happy about it. But you see the extent to which people hate the government?
Yeah.
So it is the point that if we are were to, ATC. Yeah, I was in the ATC. If that place was to catch fire now, there are people who would be celebrating, talking. Yeah. And this goes to we are. At this point, I would sit down and say, why do the people hate me like this? Why is it that everything I do, they celebrate the negative, only the negative they look for? Because you have shown indifference to the people, Boakai. When you show the people that you are not their president, that you are president for those who sing hallelujah to you. You are president for those who celebrate you, who glorify you, who call you the king, who call you the emperor. That is what happens. The rest of the people sit down and all they do is that they wish and pray for your downfall. Do you know, brother, there are people who wish and pray for the downfall we are?
Every
Some
day.
of the people who wish and pray for we are's downfall, they have no right to wish for that, because when Ellen was in power, they never saw any of the wrongs that Ellen did. But you know what? They do it with we are, and I don't blame them. To be honest, our politics has taken another end. If we are birthday comes, or if somebody dies in we are family, God forbid, I'm not wishing for that to happen. But if something were bad were to happen to we are, do you know a guy like me, if I were to publicly express sympathy to we are, people will get angry at me?
Yeah.
No. You can't say sorry to we are. Don't wish in sympathy. That is how bad the politics has become in our country. And Boaga, when it gets to that point, it is not the people you blame. It is the people in power you blame. They are responsible. Because you sit down and you divide the country. And you don't see that you're dividing the country. And it's us versus them. So we are. From the day you became president, you took the oath of office, you assume responsibility for all Liberians. That is what you did. But when you get up and say those people versus us, that is what has happened. And I guess I'm sure it bothers him, Wakai. It must bother him that people hate him so much that they want to see his downfall.
You sure it bothers President Weah?
If he's human being, Wakai, if he's human being, I'm sure it bothers him.
Costa, if something bothers you, you try to make sure that you put stop to it. For instance,
I have another point. But then again, does we have what it takes to realize what he's doing is wrong? Does he? Well, guys, the only time you make change is when you realize that you are making a mistake. And then you stop in your tracks and you search yourself and you say, look, I am proceeding wrongly. I need to stop. So you have a point, Broca. So maybe he doesn't realize that.
Doesn't, because if you realize that you are making a mistake and people keep
Broca, it is not a mistake. A mistake is something. Augustine King, I will not use one of the words he used. He said the country is so effing divided. I agree with you, Augustine King. The country is divided. The country is deeply divided. And the people who are responsible for this divide are the people in power.
Yeah, but of course now, if
That the people
The
in power.
president is 100% responsible for the division within among the people. Why can't he sit? For instance, let's just put this particular park as a typical example. The message now on Facebook, people are celebrating this.
Yes.
Why can't you, as an individual or the president, the head of state, why can't you sit and think and say, wow, from just this point, I know that something is happening. I need to call for a reconciliation.
No, it is not. No. You see that you don't know George Weah. It is not in Weah's nature to reconcile. It is not in Weah's nature to reconcile. Poor guy. You see, you don't know the man. I know Weah. I spent a little bit of time around Weah. It is not in Weah's nature to reconcile. Weah will not sit down and say, you know what? Why do these people hate me so much? You know, what have I done? Ask yourself. You built something that the people sort of say, okay, yeah, when he left Weah, but the thing he built with our money. So if something happens to it, they're all clapping. Why do they? You know, when Ellen was president, I'm not a fan of Ellen. You know that. Okay, did we see this level of division in the country?
Nope.
We didn't see it. We didn't see people celebrating when bad things happen. We didn't see it. But from the day CDC came to power, Bwakai, they started saying, oh, the our time. Yeah, we're here for 12 years. The our time. Don't forget, we all were not here for 12 years. Some of us never supported Unity Party one day. So you were categorizing us and you were putting us in the bundle with the UP people. We were never with UP. We never supported them. So the point is, you came to power with a divisive mindset. It is our time. And so you've governed the country in such a divisive way now today that more than half of the population hates your guts. When they went to vote, look at the results from George Weah's, the particular polling place where Weah voted. You saw the results from there? In the 2019 Senate election that brought Dillon to power with an overwhelming margin. Again,
massively.
1 year later, we flogged them badly. You know, brother, I think at that point, we are supposed to sit down and say, you know what? You know what? What is happening? These people in Montserrat who supported me for so long, all this why? Why did they beat me so badly? Why did they vote against me so badly in so short a period of time? You came to power in 2018. 2019, July, we beat you badly in Montserrat County. You outspent us, you out-campaigned us, but we beat you badly. We took the Senate seat from you, a county you dominated since CDC was founded in 2005. Now you're supposed to ask yourself, I used to be able to raise people's hand and make them win. Kobo seller, opium smoker like Akara's grave. But today, when I am president now, they're beating me like market dog. Ask yourself, search yourself. But no, we thought the election was going to teach we are something, but it didn't. So the point I'm trying to make that some of you ignorant people don't understand, and you think I'm defending Weah, that is your business. I'm not responsible for your ignorance. Is that under normal circumstances, the people should not be celebrating when harm befalls their country. No. When a property, a public property is flooded, the people should not be celebrating. Should not. But the reason some people are celebrating is because they hate Weah. That is the point I am trying to raise. That's the point I'm trying to make that some of you don't seem to understand. Under normal circumstances, the people should not be celebrating when a public property built with public money is flooded. It's been reduced to a pool. Some people are calling it a pool. A swimming pool. But the reason they're doing that is what I'm trying to tell you. And as Bwaka is saying, we have to think about reconciling. No, we will not reconcile.
So, cause now my point is, if you say it's difficult for President Weah to reconcile,
no, it is not difficult for President Weah to reconcile.
But he just don't want to.
Because listen, Bwaka, it is impossible for Weah to reconcile. You see, I keep telling you, you don't understand. Weah will not reconcile because Weah has a big ego. Weah thinks that he is president now. And you understand? He thinks that he's president now. And why must he come down to anybody? Weah blames us. He thinks that it is us in the opposition, people like us, who are preaching to the people and telling the people these things about what the government is doing. He thinks that we are the ones responsible for making the people hate him. You tell Weah right now, look, Weah, change the way you operate, change the way you do X, Y, and Z. I'm sorry, he's not going to listen to you. He's not going to listen to you.
Yeah, somebody may say Costa, because he reached out to Costa for reconciliation, and now they are moving on. And lots of people probably he may have reached out to and trying to reconcile with them. But the country at large, the message they keep sending out there.
That's not the kind of reconciliation we need. When you pick up the phone, you call Henry Costa, you reconcile with him, or you say, okay, my man, the charges against you, which were bogus, are dropped. It's not the kind of reconciliation the country needs. You have to govern the whole country like you care about everybody in the country. Yeah. That's it.
The family of the late Princess Cooper, they said they want Princess body. They are now no longer interested in the second autopsy, so they want a body so they can give her a befitting burial. That was what the family announced on yesterday. So we hope the government can turn over the body to the family so they can give her a befitting burial, because there will be nothing coming out of that, Costa.
I'm aware of that. Martina told me 2 days ago, and I was deeply disappointed when I heard it. The family says that they are not interested in any further autopsy or anything of the sort. They want to bury their daughter. To be honest, the family tried. The family really tried to contact another pathologist abroad to bring them to the country. But all their efforts didn't yield anything. So, some of the pathologists they contacted, at least one that they contacted from the Philippines, he's not comfortable with traveling to Liberia right now, Bwakai. No. Yes, the pathologist is not comfortable. So he told the family. So to the family's defense, Bwakai, they did try. They tried. But I'm sorry that their efforts yielded nothing. The pathologist they contacted has done some work in Liberia before, the guy from the Philippines, but the guy said he had some concerns, security concerns. He just didn't want to. Yeah, he didn't want to be bothered with Liberia. Yeah. So the family went to a meeting, and they decided that, look, we're going to bury our daughter. We're going to bury our daughter and be done with it. And it's unfortunate, Bwakai, because this is exactly what the people who are trying to protect the people responsible for what happened to Princess Cooper, this is exactly what they want. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They want the girl to be buried so that they can move on, and so that it's over and the people will go scot-free. Because we all know that Princess Cooper didn't just fall down and die. No, we don't believe what the pathologists found, what they said. We don't trust them. So, yes, so they're going to be burying Princess Cooper, okay. And the government will turn the body over to them. It is their right. And so they will lay her to rest. And that's it. A young woman, 24 years old, 25 years old. She's gone. Just like that. And no one will be held responsible for how she met her end in a very painful fashion. I can imagine. Now, Paga, we've been looking into the situation in Grand Jide. There are two accounts here. I mean, the situation in Grand Jide regarding Alfred Duno.
Yeah.
We've been doing some investigation, further investigation, speaking with people. And I want to say this to you. The fiancé of Alfred Duno, we all know that she was the one who took Alfred Duno to her village. That is an established fact. There's no argument about that. When Alfred Duno got sick, she took him to her village. According to her, it was Alfred Duno's mother and his elder brother who recommended that he be taken to a village somewhere beyond a place called Jazon in Grand Jide. But you know, I want to say this. I want to say this, Wakai. Alfred Duno, when the 2020 Senate election was about to happen in Grand Jide, this is how Alfred Duno became acting election magistrate of Grand Jide. We've talked about this, but I learned something additional about it. When the 2020 Senate election was about to happen, Wakai, there were 13 Senate candidates for Grand Jide. 13. Of the 13 candidates, Wakai, 12 of the candidates filed a petition to the National Elections Commission. They told the Elections Commission that they did not want Arthur Dweji to preside over the elections as election magistrate. 12 of the 13 Senate candidates in Grand Jide filed a petition with the Elections Commission and said, look, Arthur Dweji is corrupt, Arthur Dweji is this, Arthur Dweji is that. We don't want him. When they filed a petition, the Elections Commission said, well, you have, if 12 of you can say this, then we have we are under obligation to do something. So the Elections Commission then decided to remove Arthur Dweji as election magistrate. They removed him and put him aside. Then they appointed the logistics officer, Alfred Duno. You see what I mean by that? They appointed Alfred Duno to step in and preside over the elections. Or the election there, one election, Senate election. So then Alfred Duno was moved up as acting election magistrate to replace Arthur Dweji, who there were serious allegations against him that he was soliciting bribe to sell the election. Many of the candidates complained. In fact, 12 of the 13 candidates complained about Arthur Dweji. Alfred Duno stepped in. Alfred Duno presided over the election and declared then Representative Zoe Emmanuel Pena the winner. Zoe Pena was declared what? Winner. Who declared Zoe Pena winner? Alfred Duno, the logistics officer who was elevated to the position as acting election magistrate, was the one who declared Zoe Emmanuel Pena the winner. He declared Zoe Pena winner. Now there was no fuss. We didn't hear of any issues. Zoe Pena was a winner. That was 2020. Let's fast forward, Bwaka. December 2021. They had another election to replace Zoe Pena, to fill Zoe Pena's vacant representative seat, the seat that Zoe Pena had vacated to move up to the Senate. They had another election. When they were going for that election, a number of the candidates again got up and said they didn't want Alfred Duno to preside over the election. The same thing that played out in the Senate election is the same thing. They said they didn't want Alfred Duno as magistrate. So what did they do? They complained. And the Elections Commission again did the same thing they did previously. They told Alfred Duno to step aside, and they appointed the assistant election magistrate, a woman called Annie Dennis. Now, poor guy, all along we were told that Alfred Duno was the one that presided over the election that brought Madison Guion to power. No, it was not Alfred Duno. It was the assistant election magistrate, Annie Dennis. Poor guy, Annie Dennis presided, and that is how the election was held. So we heard all kinds of stories, right? That, oh, Alfred Duno was approached by some people. Now, we don't know whether that's true or that's not true. But we heard that people approached Alfred Duno and wanted to bribe him, and he refused the bribe. We heard that. But what we didn't hear is that Alfred Duno did not preside over the election eventually. He did not preside. He was asked to step aside, and Madam Annie Dennis, who is the assistant election magistrate for Grand Jury, was the one that presided over the election. You see that, Baka? Did you know that before?
No, I felt he was the one spearheaded the election.
But that's what they told us. But that's not what happened. The woman was the one that signed the results. You know, when they tally the votes and everything.
Yeah, the next representative signed.
No, but in this case, it's the overall result. It is the election magistrate of the county that signed it. Yeah. This woman is the one that signed it. Annie Dennis. So here is the thing now. So people have been calling names since Alfred Duno went missing. There's certain things we have to put in. We have to put the facts here we have to put the facts out there and put them in perspective. Number one, Alfred Duno did not just get up and go missing. He got sick while he was staying with his
girlfriend.
And she took him to her village. She took him to her village.
Yep.
And that is where he got missing. So listen. If I were the investigators, the first person I would be asking to cooperate. The first person is the woman herself. You took him to your village. What happened when he went to your village?
How he disappeared.
How did he disappear?
He wasn't faring well.
He wasn't faring well. How did a sick man get up and disappear? You understand? He was sick. You took him to your village. And when he got to the village for treatment, and then she said, oh, his mother and his elder brother, they all approved. They recommended that he be taken to the village for treatment. No contestation. Who are we to argue that? But the point is, where did he get missing? In your village. Then another recording that we have, some lady who did not call her name got up and said that Zoe Penner Kai Fale and a number of other people had a meeting in Putu. This is where the part of Grand Jita where this guy is from, George Bully. I think that's where Kai Father is from too. That had a meeting in Putu, and we have the recording here. We want this woman to also come forward because she's made some very, very interesting allegations here. But we want them to come forward and just tell us. Because, first of all, we don't know the name of this woman. We have the recording here. She's accusing a whole number of people, but she didn't call her name. Now, Baga, if somebody accuses me or accuses you, they should say who they are. The accused person has the right to know their accuser. It is the law. You're saying that these people went and had a meeting about Alfred Duno. But Alfred Duno's girlfriend herself has said that she took Alfred Duno to the village.
But the brother of Alfred Dunon was the one that sent me a recording, and he said that's the voice of the girlfriend of Alfred. That was what he told me.
There are two recordings, Buckeye. What up?
They want to send you. I send you a recording.
No. You send me one. I have another recording. Maybe we should play it. The point about it is that there are two recordings. In one recording, it is the girlfriend that's speaking.
Yeah.
Eh?
Mm-hmm.
The other recording is another woman that we don't know. Now we're asking this woman to come forward. This is the woman who said that before Alfred do not disappear, there was a meeting that happened in Putu. You understand me? So we need the other woman to come forward. She's talking about a meeting that happened in Putu Grand Jide. That she said some things. She said some interesting things that when the meeting happened in Putu, Zopena and other people, in particular in Zopena's case, she said Zopena walked from Zwedru to Putu for the meeting. I'm not that familiar with Grand Jide County, Bwaka, but I'm told the distance between Grand Jide to Putu, between Zwedru to Putu is a very long distance. And then the time she said the meeting took place, our investigation found out that Zopena was in Turkey with the Liberian delegation that went. You remember the recent Liberian delegation that went to Turkey and signed all the documents with the Turkish people?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Exactly. That delegation had Zopena with them. He was with that official Liberian delegation to Turkey. So the point is, how did Zopena walk from Zwedru to Putu for a meeting, but then Zopena is spotted in Turkey at the same time? You know, there's something called the law of impenetrability. That is the ability to be in two places at the same time. Yeah. You are in Liberia and you are in America at the same time. So the law of impenetrability has been defied. So here is the thing. So Zopena was in Turkey. And the woman said at the same time, because Alfred Duno went missing the earlier part of this month, May. And Zopena is seen in Turkey. And I said, we heard he was there. We know for a fact that he was there with the Liberian delegation, Senator Zopena Peno. So then you tell us that he walked from Zwedru, the capital city of Grand Jide, and walked all the way to Putu. Now, first of all, why would Zopena walk? One of the things we know about Zopena is what? He loves cars. Do we not know that, Baga?
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of vehicles.
Yeah.
Why would a man who owns a lot of vehicles walk for many miles to attend some meeting? Why would he walk? And Baga, the reason this is one of the recordings they have around. Some woman is accusing people and she doesn't call her name, and she's making all these ridiculous claims. Oh, Zopena then walk, and if a Zopena, he walked from Zwedru all the way to Putu. Why? Everybody had drove. She said all the other people went there, but Zopena, he walked. So, but when now? The man was in Turkey. We all knew he was in Turkey, but then he was in Zwedru at the same time, walking from Zwedru to Putu to go for a meeting about Alfred Dunlop. That's a smart thing. You can walk now for 50 miles or 60 miles. I don't even know the distance from where are the Grand Jida people here. What's the distance from Putu to Zwedru? Any Grand Jida person here to tell us, to help us? How far is the drive from Putu to Zwedru? In Alfred Dunlop's fiance's case, now we've heard her own recording, right, Boakai? She is saying that the family knew that Alfred Dunlop's family was aware that she was taking him to her village. Now, there's nothing strange about that. There's nothing strange about the family knowing, right? But the point about it is, where did he go missing? Vasily Donzo said maybe he's opening that twin. Yeah, well, maybe he has a hidden twin brother somewhere that looks exactly like him, who made the walk from Zwedru to Putu for the secret meeting. So, when you accuse people, it has to make sense. Somebody said 75 miles. Samuel Williams, you sure you from Zwedru? You from Grand Jida? But the point is, when you accuse people of such things, it's got to make sense. How we all know the man was in Turkey with the Liberian delegation. Then you say he was in Zwedru at the same time. The time Alfred Dunlop got missing, we know the date. Alfred Dunlop got missing on the 3rd of May. Zopena was in Turkey. So how did Zopena, something, let me tell you something. People think we should only defend ordinary, the little man. Only the ordinary man we should defend. But when the big man is lied on, no, we should not defend the big man. Because to defend the big man makes it look like, oh, the big man is probably paying you. That's why you are defending him. But the point is this. We here will speak the truth. Wherever the truth lies, we will go there and search it and put it out there. The truth is that Zoe Emmanuel Peno was in Turkey with the Liberian delegation in Turkey, which was headed by the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And we all know about that delegation. He was there with that delegation. When Alfred Dunlop was missing on May 3rd, it's the same time the Liberian delegation was in Turkey and Zopena was there with them. So you say Zopena walked from Zwedru to Putu, a man who owns many vehicles. But he walked while he was in Turkey. And somebody thinks that we should not even speak to this, because to do so would sound like we're defending. Somebody says 1 hour, 30-minute drive. Why can you hear that?
1 hour, 30 minutes. That's a long distance. That's a long distance.
It's a long distance. You accuse me, say I walk for 1 hour, a distance that's a 1 hour, 30-minute drive. You know how long it takes to walk that distance? Waka? So the problem here is the lady who made these allegations, and the reason we are speaking to this blogger is that the recording is flying around. So do we now owe the public the truth? The time that man got messy, Zopena was in Turkey. Then you say Zopena walked from Zwedru to Putu to go for secret meeting. Now, another question I'm going to ask the people, is the road from Putu to Zwedru bad, that it is not passable? Can car not use the road?
Can Bagnum go there?
Can motorbike not go there? Can motorbike not go there? Why would Zopena walk? Even a car can go, but motorbike can go? You see, so the point here is, just because somebody that big man, so you can get accusing and say anything. And we are supposed to sit there and say, yeah, that big man, so let her accuse him. You made this recording. The woman made this recording, Boga. This recording has been passing around all over the place. Oh, yeah, they don't want when they didn't want yet. But But you say the man walk. You know, sometimes when you want lie, boy, guy, when you want lie, if you're not careful, you will say some things that are not true. That are not true to the point where it will expose your lie. That is the point. That is the point. That's the point we are trying to make here. Now, we also know that Alfred and his mother knew the herbalist. The herbalist that they took him to. Because, and the girlfriend said it. The girlfriend said that Alfred Duna, his family knew about the country doctor that they took him to. So Alfred Duna went to the sick bush. So the people who took him to the sick bush, a sick man to the sick bush, they should be telling us what happened to the sick man. That's our point. Tell us what happened to the sick man while he was in the sick bush. Somebody just told me, somebody from Grangela just told me that when Alfred Duna was taken to the village near Jason, his girlfriend, his fiancée, did not accompany him at the time, even though it was a village. They said it was his brother and his cousin that took him there. But the story is just confusing. But the facts are the facts. Alfred Duna got missing from the village where they took him for the herbalist to treat him. That's where he got missing. That one there, there's no argument about that. He got missing from the village where they took him. The government has not said anything yet. They haven't told us even what they're investigating. You know, this is their MO. They haven't told us what they have found so far. This young man had said that people wanted to kill him. He publicly stated that on Facebook in many posts he made. He accused Atta Dweji, the guy who he succeeded as acting magistrate. He accused Atta Dweji of threatening his life. Atta Dweji has spoken. He said, oh yeah, even though I didn't like him, he and I were not cool, but I didn't kill him or I didn't make him disappear. But the point is, the government has not said anything else to us yet. Now, we don't have any evidence to accuse the family of harming their son, their own relative. We can't do that because we don't know that. But what we know is that they took him to the zoo bush, to the sick bush. That's the more appropriate way to put it. The sick bush. That's what we know. But we don't know how he disappeared from the sick bush. But he disappeared. Now, Representative Chesia Grant got up and said, in our country, we got the devil can swallow people or can eat people. Something he said. He said on EOBC.
Yeah, he said the devil can swallow people.
Yeah, he said the devil can swallow people. So maybe the devil swallowed Alfred Duna. I mean, something stupid like that. A lawmaker goes on the radio and he says, oh yeah, maybe the devil carry him. Maybe the devil carry him. Since I come here, I know we got a recording. It's very long. You want me to send it to y'all? Send it to you. It's 18 minutes. We don't have time to play the 18-minute recording. It's very long. Yeah. This is the one where the woman said, Zopena walk for a distance that would take, some people who are familiar with that distance, they've said it would take an hour and 30 minutes by car. And she said that's how far Zopena walked to go to a meeting to discuss what to do with Alfred Duna, something like that. Yeah. But the point is, who declared Zopena winner in 2020? Alfred Duna. Mm-hmm. Alfred Duna was the acting election magistrate that declared Zopena the winner of the 2020 election. Now you say I'm defending Zopena. Yes, I'm defending Zopena because Zopena was not in the county or in the country when Alfred Duno went missing. Zopena did not accompany Alfred Duno to the village. Alfred Duno's brother and his cousin accompanied him to the village of his fiancée for treatment. So accuse me of defending Zopena. Accuse me. Who will defend the ordinary man? Who will defend the big man too, if he has been lied on? So Zopena did not take Alfred Duno to the village. You understand? It was Alfred Duno's cousin and Alfred Duno's brother that took him to the village of his fiancée. And that is where Alfred Duno went missing. And when Alfred Duno went missing on May 3rd, Zopena was in, and can be easily publicly verified, Zopena was in Turkey. You don't like to hear it when we speak the truth that exonerate exculpatory truth. The facts. Huh? You know what they call exculpatory evidence? Exculpatory evidence is evidence you produce. Okay? Evidence you produce that exonerates somebody of wrongdoing. But some people, and when you have exculpatory evidence in a legal setting and you don't provide it, you know you can be held in contempt. When you know the facts, then that the facts free or clear someone, you have to say it. So how you will tell me that the man who was in Turkey is the same man who came and took Alfred Duno to the village, when we all know it was Alfred Duno's cousin and his brother who took him to the village from where he got missing? And then the lady who said that Zopena walked, just come forward. That he walked from Putu to Zwedru for a secret meeting. Just come forward. That's all. Sometimes, you see, we don't do this show based on your feelings. If you don't like a certain person and we have facts about that person, facts that exonerate that person, then you are unhappy with us. But when you don't like somebody and we got facts that make that person look bad also, then you are happy. You're wishy-washy and you're fickle. And that's not how, and we cannot run the show like that. Because you don't like John Brown, when we come here and give you information about John Brown that is positive information, then you get mad that we are doing PR for John Brown. But when we come and tell you that John Brown is innocent, that John Brown did something terrible, then you are happy. You will not dictate how we do our work. You don't like what we say, you have the right to listen to another platform. When we have facts that exonerate somebody and we provide it, you don't want to hear it and you accuse us, that's your business. Go listen to some other talk show. We will not bear false witness just because you don't like that particular person. We will not lie on them to make you happy. We will not do that. And also, when we are investigating a matter and we uncover facts that exonerate somebody or that shows that that person might not be the doer of that act, we will not sit on that information so that you are happy. Those of you who don't like that particular person, we will not do that. So if I know that you didn't kill somebody, I got the evidence that you didn't kill somebody, we must sit down on the evidence. Because when we provide the evidence, then the person will be exonerated. No, we can't do that. We will not do that. We will not do that. You want me to say, no, Zopena was in Liberia. When we all know or is easily verified, you can go and check Zopena was in Turkey with the Liberian delegation, where they went and signed that thing with the Turkish government talking about bringing, what's the thing name? Establishing full diplomatic ties. That is why George Weah bundled up all the Turkish people from Light International and deported them illegally, so that the Turkish government and us can have diplomatic ties, and that will lead to potential economic benefits. If we ever see that. You think we are just here to tell you bad stuff every day about people? When we know good stuff, we might not say it too. When we have facts that exonerate people, we might not say it too. We will tell you. You don't want to hear it. You want to accuse us of anything. That is your business. That you don't want listening. That don't mean. We will tell you the truth. Kamasia Musa, you are right. Integrity is defending the good when it is good and condemning the bad when it is bad. No matter who you are, Kamadi, you are right. Somebody say you care, somebody you are not even around. Then we should just say that's true. That's true. Because some people don't like the man. Zor Emmanuel Pena was in Turkey. He was not in Grandira when Alfred Juno went missing. Does that mean we're not interested in finding out what happened to Alfred? We are. We are interested in finding out what happened to Alfred Juno. But we will not lie on an innocent man to say that he walked a distance that it takes an hour and a half for a car to make. And we will just say that because some of you don't like him. I'm sorry. You will not get that from me. You will not get that from me. You will not. Even my enemy, I will not lie on them. That's it. Okay. We'll move on to something else here. Boagai. For some of you who have followed the Costa Show for a long time, you may recall back in 2016, 17, thereabouts, there was a case that we talked about for a long time. And that case ended well. You know, the Supreme Court, they're not perfect. You know, nobody is. But in that particular case there, Boakai, the Chief Justice and the Supreme Court, they finally put their foot down and they acted in that particular case. This is the case of the late Mila Arahaj estate. Boakai, you know the Mila Arahaj estate, right?
Yeah, red light.
Oh, it's not only red light. Red light, all those stores in red light, they got some stores in Kakata, they got some stores in other areas. The Mila Arahaj estate, we were on that case. The case involves the old man Hash. He was a very industrious man. Old man Hash went to Liberia many years ago. And he didn't go there with money, but he worked hard and honestly. And he built stores all over the place. Was he not the first man to really open red light like that? He was the one of the first people.
He was. He built a very long store.
Yeah,
the Hash store. Very
long.
Like
the cornerstone of red light. Mila Arahaj, the old man. Hash. And the thing about him, did you ever get the opportunity to ever come across him, Boakai? I met the old man.
Nope.
He was a very simple, humble man. That man was very simple, Boakai. He would stop and speak and talk to anybody. He didn't wear fancy things. He would be walking around in a rally market in his boots. He knew the taxi drivers. He knew the cowboys. He knew all those people, the market women, all those people. Omer Hash. Everybody liked him. You know, Boakai, Lebanese people in general are not very popular in Liberia, right? They are not very liked, right?
No.
But Omer Hash was an exception. In fact, the Liberian people didn't see Omer Hash like a foreigner said. They treated him as though he was one of them because he treated the people as though he was a part of them. So, for those of you who didn't know who Omer Mila Hash was, those of us who had a little bit of interaction with him, that is the man he was. So, Omer Hash had Liberian children and also had Lebanese children. Children he had in Lebanon and children he had in Liberia with Liberian women. So what Omer Hash did in his will, his last will and testament. Somebody just said the Omer Hash stores down Waterside and Front Street also. There you go. Yep, waterfront. Yeah. So Omer Hash, in his last will and testament, in his will, he made it clear what he wanted his children to benefit. The children in Lebanon and the children he had with Liberian women. Now, there's a lady called Umu. Boy, you remember that woman, right? We'll talk about her for a long time.
Yeah,
Somebody say Papi P who said Omer Hash was a Bassa man now. That's how he got around. He was like the man was like a Liberian. I mean, he was the closest any Lebanese man ever came to becoming or to being a Liberian. Omer Mila Hash. The people knew him. The people loved him. He was such an affable man. So Omer Hash made a will in such a way that he wanted the children to benefit. All his children. The children in Lebanon and the children in Liberia. Listen to the story. This is an interesting story that we discussed, and justice was handed down. Even though it delayed, but in the end, justice was handed down. And Eva Mappin Morgan was all up in this case too. She sat on this case. The Supreme Court instructed Mappin Morgan to dispense justice in favor of one of Omer Hash's daughters. Noah Hash Menza. She's a married woman now, has a beautiful family, but the old man made it clear what he wanted Noah Hash to get. He made it clear what he wanted the children that Umu had with him. I think 2 or 3 children. Umu had 2 or 3 children with him. Umu went and falsified a marriage certificate after the old man died and claimed that she and the woman were married. They went to investigate the certificate. What they said they made the certificate was that there was no copy of the certificate at the marriage office. You know, when you falsify a document, you got to make sure you put a copy on the record. But it's hard to do that, right?
Very hard.
Because the document is not legit. She was so desperate. Umu Sharif. She went and got a marriage certificate and said she and the old man they were married. During the court process, they went to investigate. Bam! They found out that was not the case. You know why she did that? She wanted to be in absolute control. Somebody said, okay, 3 children. Okay. I think, yeah, she and, you know the girl that sings? Raquel,
yeah.
Raquel, that girl that sings, that girl that sings. That's one of Omer Hash's daughters. That's one, that her mom is Umu. Her mom is a terrible person. Oh, Umu and I were at it for a long time. She hates my guts. I don't regret what we did by exposing Umu's wickedness she was doing to Noah Hatch. Noah's name is in the will. The first thing the old man tried to do was to make the will disappear. Because she only wanted the 3 children that she had with the old man to be the ones to benefit. To deny the other children.
All the properties.
Yeah, all the properties, my man. Right now, as I speak, Umu has 80 stores for herself and her children. Yeah, 2 boys and 1 girl. Thank you. Zachary Barry, you know the family. 2 boys and one girl. Raquel is the girl. Listen up. Umu, you know how some women are, okay? They are so wicked. They only care about their own children. They don't care about the other people's children. The woman has 80 stores. But you know what it means? She has 80 stores, yet she is greedy. She still is trying to rob. She tried for years. And to some extent, she succeeded to deny Noah Hash Mensa of her birthright. Her pa wrote her name in the will. The first thing the woman tried to do was to make the will disappear. Of course, she couldn't succeed with that. Then what the will instructed that every year until the estate is closed, until the financial obligations of the estate, because the estate was indebted to EcoBank and a number of other banks where the Papa would take loan to expand the estate, build more stores.
Yeah.
The Papa said until the financial obligations and debts of the estates are settled, each of my children should get $50,000 a year. I think you know what he did? He even gave the Liberian children more than the Lebanese children. You see what the old man did? So I think that's what he did. So Noah has Menza was supposed to receive $50,000 every year, and Noah is much older than Raquel, than I've heard. So Noah is the bigger sister. She's older than Raquel, but Umu tried to prevent Noah from getting her entitlement. Every year, $50,000 for each of my Liberian children. That's the one I'm sure of. I think the Lebanese kids, I think it was like 40,000 or 30,000. That's how the old man did it. Every year, let my children get this amount. And then what he did is this, okay? As he was buying the land, because he was a Lebanese man, okay? So he couldn't buy land in his own name, but his Liberian children, he could buy land in their name. And also lease land in their name. So there were some lands that he bought in their names and some land that he leased. But what he did is this. The woman was a wise man. He bought several lots of land in Noah's name. Noah was born before the other people were even born.
Yeah.
He bought land, he put in Noah's name. He bought land, he put in Noah's name. So they had the deeds. After we made noise for so many months, I canceled a gongolo, fought. The Supreme Court, the Chief Justice himself, went to Mappy Morgan. He had instructed her, the Supreme Court instructed Mappy Morgan to do X, Y, and Z, audit EcoBank, do this and do that. She didn't want to do it. The Chief Justice took the case from her and assigned it to Judge Boema Konto and said, I gave you 1 month to close this estate. You see, everybody here talking nicely about the Omer. They say he had a soccer team in Red Light, Painesville. He was very friendly, he knew everyone, and everyone liked him. That's true. You can hardly find anybody to say bad about Omer Miller Hash. Hardly. But listen, listen to the story. So finally, after the Supreme Court had heard, Mappy Morgan sat on that case for 3 years and did nothing, and they allowed Umu to deny Noah has Mensa of her entitlement. The Chief Justice, I'm told that day, one day he got mad. He went down to Mappy Morgan's office, took the case file, walked over to Judge Boema Konto, handed the case file to him and said, look, I want you to do X, Y, and Z. Make sure, they see mandate. Make sure you audit the bank, EcoBank, because EcoBank defrauded the estate. Make sure what Noah is entitled to, let Noah be given what she's entitled to according to what her father put in the will. And all the 50,000 that Uma has refused to pay Noah, pay all that money in lump sum. Boema Konto did the honorable thing in 1 month. Boema Konto did in 1 month what Mappy Morgan could not do in 3 years. He dispensed justice. They calculated the 3-year payments, and Noah Hash Menza was giving her 3 years. And then all the stores that her father bought, the land that her father bought in her name, they took all those deeds and they give them to her. Because those were not like part of the estate. The estate is different from the properties that were bought in her name, right?
Yeah.
They were, wow. Umu had been renting those properties and collecting money. Wicked woman, very wicked woman, this Umu. Umu is at it again. Now, there's another matter before the court. Umu went, she and her lawyer, Councillor Emmanuel Berry. In this case, there's a particular property that belongs to Noah, that Noah's father bought in Noah's name. Okay? Noah's father bought this land in her name, Omehaj. They went. We have everything here. They went Buakai. This. She's now trying to clean. Buakai, listen. Listen. Umu went to the court and trying to say that particular land is for her. Umu and her daughter Raquel, the one I can sing. And by the way, just so you all know, Raquel is a very bad person. Do you know, Buakai, when I was defending the injustice or defending Noah against the injustice that Umu was doing to her, the wickedness, Raquel called me one day. She got my number from Benita. You know, she and Benita, they are friends.
Yeah.
So she asked Benita like a small sister to me. And she said, Benita, please give me Costa's number. I want to talk to Costa. I never said this before. So she called me and told me, oh, I got your number from Benita. I said, yeah, Benita told me that you had asked for my number. She was going to give it to you. So, you know, Costa, you know, all the things Noah told you, it's not true. My mom is not wicked to her. And so, all kind of stuff that girl told me. The girl is so wicked to her own big sister. All the stores that her mother has for her and her two siblings, they are not enough. She still wanted to take what belongs to her sister, her big sister. And she wanted to see how I could abandon my advocacy for Noah Mensa. Can you imagine? I listened to the girl. She said we should meet. She scheduled we should meet for lunch. If I ever went there, then that meeting made daybreak. She's a terrible little girl. Right now, she and her mom, they're still at it. So what they are doing now, they're asking the court to use a fake deed. A deed that they, you know, imagine going to court, you claiming that a property belongs to you, the first deed that is presented, you yourself presented a deed. The deed is in somebody else's name. The person you are claiming the land does not belong to. Then you realize that you made a blunder. Of course, you presented an actual deed that is in somebody else's name. Then you go, you create, you produce a new deed that is in your name now. But how can you present two different deeds for one property? That is what Umu did to the court. And you know, Bagai, you know, for this, the court could hold her in contempt for attempting to deceive the court, to lie to the court. Umu and her daughter Raquel, they are working. They have produced a fake deed. They went and produced the two deeds, two different deeds to the same court. They are trying to steal the property that belongs to Mr. Hatch's oldest Liberian child, Noah Mensa. This is Raquel. Look, the guy, do you know why Raquel passed around says she's making music? Black guy?
No.
Do you know why she looks as good as she does? With the blue eyes. My sister, Minnie Smith, really. That girl is wicked, Minnie. Do you know why Raquel is able to be traveling all over and says she's making music and sponsoring her boyfriend to go live in Nigeria? You know who she's sponsoring, right? Oh, you want to talk about you?
I don't know.
Entertainment than I
do. I know her boyfriend. I know her boyfriend.
You know who she's sponsoring to go make music in Nigeria? Which Liberian artist was deported from America that is living in Nigeria that is being sponsored by his girlfriend?
Oh.
Because of the money they make from the estate. They got all the properties that belong to them. Yet they're trying to steal the one that belongs to. You see, they put answering the question. That not me answering the question. Yeah, people answering the question. Which Liberian artist was deported from Liberia and is currently living in what the place name Nigeria, is being sponsored by Raquel. Now nobody says she can sponsor her boyfriend, but that she's trying to steal, she and her wicked mother, trying to, first of all, the court should have held them in contempt for attempting to deceive the court. You produce 2 different deeds for one property. Raquel passing around acting like she's a celebrity. It is because of the estate. Now, nobody says she should enjoy what her pa left for her, but they ain't got no right to try to steal what her pa left for her big sister. She and her mom went to court and produced a deed. They presented the first deed. Then they presented a second deed. The court said, why you bring 2 different deeds for one land? But I thought Raquel was smart. Why? Doesn't she come across as a smart young lady? Clearly she isn't smart. I know her mind no book, but I thought she knew the book. You saw what being trivial? What you call being trivial? We're exposing wicked people. That's what we're doing here. And if you are a private citizen, you think you can be wicked, and you think we can talk about you? We don't just talk about government officials here. We talk about people who are devious and wicked and do wicked things to people. That's what we talk about here. Eh? Okay, me and Uncle now, y'all don't want to call you. I said, which Liberian artist that was deported from America and is currently living in Nigeria? That is the person Raquel is sponsoring. Okay? Okay. By the way, I'm a fan of Boggy Raw music. That's all you know. I'm a big fan. I didn't call Boggy Raw name. I'm a fan. Okay.
Oh.
I'm a fan of Boggy Raw music. Oh, okay. Just so you know. So let me proceed. So Raquel and her mom present the deed, and the old man bought this particular land in Noah's name. It's a personal property that he bought in her name. Now, Umu and her daughter Raquel, they're going around misleading people with lies, but these are the facts. The lower court judge, Mappy Morgan, reviewed the various deeds that both Umu and Noah presented. Noah presented her deed, and Umu and Raquel presented their deed. She heard the arguments from both sides, from the Noah Hasmenza side and the Umu and Raquel side. And she said, and then they all agreed to an investigative survey. Are you listening about that? They said, let's do a survey. They agreed to do an investigative survey. They went to do the investigative survey to clear any doubts as to who might really be the owner. I have the order from the judge ordering the survey to be done. The investigative survey was sanctioned, and both parties agreed and approved and agreed to it, and it was approved by the lower court judge. Moreover, the parties fully participated in the survey. Noah and her lawyer, they were involved. Raquel and her mom, Umu, and their lawyer were also involved in the investigative survey. Okay? This is the property now that the old man bought in the daughter's name. Guess what? They conducted a survey, and this was the result of the survey. I have all the documents here. The investigative survey, which was read in open court. They read the report from the survey in open court. His Honor, J. Bomakonto, read the survey. And the survey found out this, that some of the deeds for different pieces of properties that Umu presented to the court were fraudulent. Hello? Waka? Are you listening to me?
The deeds.
survey report was read in open court by His Honor J. Bomakonto, because by that time the case had gone to Bomakonto. The survey report said that Umu presented many fraudulent deeds. For example, Umu submitted as evidence a deed in one court, the civil law court, and then later on, Umu went and submitted a different deed in the probate court. You see that, Baka? Umu went to the civil law court, presented one deed, went to the probate court, presented a different deed for the same land. Poor guy, you say the car for you. I say the car not for you. You go to the police station, you present one car document. That is different.
Document.
Then you go to the court.
Go to the court.
You present a different document for the same car. Poor guy. Why would you present two different documents for the same vehicle, yet you claim the vehicle belongs to you? This is what Umu did. Listen, folks. These are the findings of the investigative survey. The report is right here. I have the report, and we'll read the report tomorrow. We'll read the report tomorrow. I know Raquel will probably call me today. In another case, one of the deeds that Umu presented, there was no surveyor name on the deed, no signature of the surveyor, no surveyor stamp. But poor guy, how you present a deed? Ain't got no surveyor name on it, ain't got no stamp of the surveyor, ain't got no surveyor signature. On another hand, the joint investigative survey proved that all of Noah's deeds were valid and substantiated. Hello? Poor guy, what did the investigative survey find? The joint investigative survey found that all of the deeds that Noah Hatch Mensah, the eldest Liberian child of the late Omer Miller Hatch, were found to be what? Legitimate, valid, and substantiated. How come all Noah's own deeds are correct, but Umu's own deeds are fake? Many of them are fake.
That's a question.
That's a question. And Dana Noah did it was a court that mandated the joint survey, and they all participated. So you see it? This is what the court found, the investigative survey found, and the court published. And I have the report here. Tomorrow we're going to go into the report. This is what Raquel does. That girl who got the fake blue eyes. I don't know what are her eyes. I don't eyes real, Raquel's eyes. You in the entertainment business. You are. Hey, remember
the coloring the point inside the abo to make it
look
sexy.
I know she want to look like Indian woman, but Raquel is a bad. She's a ballet girl.
Look like a Lebanese.
Yeah, she's a ballet girl. And the reason I'm mentioning her is because, you know, how can I like somebody like her? She's wicked. Look what she's doing to her big sister. She just greedy. She and her mom are wicked people. So I'm mentioning her because I want people to know. So when you see her looking like that, you think, oh, she's a nice girl. She's not a nice person. She's very devilish. And so I will tell you about her. If she was some kind of good person and her mom is doing this thing by herself, then I will not be mentioning her. But she and her mom are in this together. I got some kind of G's about her. I will not even talk about all the G's because it's too big. But I got a G's about Raquel. I'm told the musician that she talked to Nigeria, I'm told she not dumped that musician that she was sponsoring.
I thought you said giving a G's again, but you can't put a Jesus.
No, I said, no, I will not talk it. The G's that is that the musician that Raquel talked to Nigeria, I'm told she has dumped that musician. There is a certain Eva. Anyway, let's proceed. Maybe I will drop it tomorrow.
There's a
certain
musician.
Let me ask you a question. Why some women, some girls who have no business dating certain people would date them? You're not poor. Your pa left you with a lot of money. Your estate make a lot of money. You're still trying to steal your sister's share of the property. You and your mom. Then, my man, they want her say, "It's making me sick." Ain't no house on that one. You hear they say they get and they man going or in just be there. I don't say any human being better than that, bro. But sometimes you say, but why are they doing it? If that gappy man child, and we know how it is in Liberia, right? So now poverty can make women that can, who date certain guys that they don't like, right? And you know what I mean, boy? The girl will tell you, say, I just long to that man because he helping me pay my school fee or something like that. We know that's common in the country. But they want the other G's and I hear about Raquel. Talking. I said, Jesus. Eh? Raquel not broke. Raquel is the richest female Liberian artist. Alabaga.
Nope.
Exactly. They can get money. But they want a hearing now. Some kind of rusty, crusty puppy. Eh? That they say, I say, hey, tomorrow I will call the puppy name. So I'm wondering, why is he doing that? That not love, man. Puppy P Uber. What you got love? That man that I love. For first of all, the man I married, man. Rusty, crusty man. So, but when I heard it, you know, somehow when you hear something, you shake your head. You don't want to believe it. What do you
too heavy.
Man? Because Raquel not broke. Raquel is well off. She got money. And she's trying to steal. Look at my man. Degula say I'm going to spill the beans. We'll spill the tea tomorrow when we're discussing the investigative report. But the point is, we know plenty of poor women, girls in the country. Serena Tesla, you know my sister, plenty of young women in the country who got the love to buy to papi them because they're helping them. We're not saying it's okay, but that the situation in the country, a hard time. But to hear that fine young girl like Raquel with the blue eyes, with that voice that can make the music, with that kind of papi, and I'm not good papi, so the papi are talking about when I call it, you will say, Chineke, that papi that all of you know and all of you not liking. And that politician, and they say the reason why she with the papi, she thinks that the papi can help her in the court system so that they can fight against her sister to steal her sister's property. So you hate your sister, your big sister so much that fine girl like you not broke, you all right, life is all right for you, then you love to ugly wicked papi like that, just so you think that the papi can help you to steal your sister's property. But they want you, I will talk they want you tomorrow. How you will love to that kind of ugly papi? The papi are talking about? Amen. That old warlord. He's a politician. He let real women business. Real women. Even his wife, the real woman.
Oh, I know that papi now.
The papi I'm talking about that Raquel is messing with. When I heard the thing, I said, no, you don't tell me that one. That they get too far and too young and she get money to be what I got papi. Let me describe it. That old warlord, that old killer, plenty of honor like Benny. That papi, he in the Senate. Take. Oh wait, maybe boy, find Raquel picture. Let's just show how beautiful and Mr. Hodge, the old man, have all the children found. So let me find Raquel picture and show it to the people then. And he says he buy at the same way myself I will expose them. But let me find the girl picture and show the girl picture to the people then. So a fine girl. She what I can buy papi, wicked papi. And they say now the papi making her feel that he can help her in the court and to do the one for her and do that. Yeah, Raquel, my people, Raquel has that they get it. They're not some kind of poor girl. She's not suffering. Look at the way she's the best dressed Liberian musician, female musician. She get money and all that kind. Yeah. Fine lady with that kind of wicked papi. Fine lady. And they say the reason why she's doing it because the papi now promised her that he can help to make sure that they will take her sister's property. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That's the reason when I heard the thing, I said, Jesus Christ, why would she do that? Why Why would you mess with that kind of man? She not poor. She got money. Tomorrow we'll go into the investigative report, Parker. But let's go take some calls. And we're ending up for today. We're going to go and take some calls now. Tomorrow we will go into the investigative report. Okay. Okay. Then my brother calling you, sir. Oh, Parker. They are our brother here. He sent me a message. Okay, I see the message. The guy in the U.S. You know our brother who gave you all the list of the Liberian sisters in Oman? Waga?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wrote me. He said, that's my foster parents' property in red light. They faked the deed and indicated that they bought it from all mentors, which is not true. She and her mother reached out to my mother to support them. And the Oman refused. You know what the guy said? The land deed that Raquel and her mom faked to try to steal the property. Eh?
Yeah.
That his foster parents. And Raquel and her mom went they went and lied. They said they bought it from one old man Dawson. But then she and her mom went to their foster mother to ask the old man to support them in court to say that the land is for them. The old man refused. You see that? Wow. So now the guy is telling me that the people who got the land is Edith Hodge, who is the mother of Noah. They are the ones, they are the real people that Noah's mother. They the one went to and got the stuff, got the property. Now Raquel, now her mom. Let's go to the lines and take some calls. Tomorrow we will go into the joint investigative survey report, which we have here, to show you what a bad person Umu and her daughter Raquel are. Now you know Umu, but you know some of y'all know Raquel because she's in the public space. So let's go to the lines, Baga. Let's take some calls. So y'all go tell Raquel, I'm sure she's listening in the morning. We'll be on you again tomorrow. You and your man, eh? Yeah. Baga?
They get guys, they get men from Nimba. So Nimba, she can go after 0770-102-102, 886-010.
Baga, you bad. Look at that Baga said. My man, that lady, young lady, like she now broke, messing around with that kind of wicked puppy. I swear to God. Let's go take some calls, yeah. Yeah. Let's go take some calls. Tomorrow we go into the investigative survey report. So you can know Raquel is a bad lady. You don't listen to her music. She bad. Oh, Vasel also say you need my mentor. So you won't go there too? Baga, you say the girl like Nimba people now, you got Nimba men putting their hand on. Baga. Nimba man da, Nimba man kill it.
They want to go taste some of the hash store money. Everybody want to see.
Oh, Baga. And Baga Rowa in Liberia. And you remember?
Yeah.
Then the man moved to Nigeria, and the man started doing video there. And again took the man to Nigeria. Let's take some calls there, Baga. We got a few more minutes to go. Tomorrow we'll be back here with investigative survey report. So we can show you how Raquel Raquel Hash. Good morning. Man Noah there.
Good morning, Black. How you doing? How you doing, Costa? How you doing this morning? I want to run through this. I just want to say thank you to Costa. You know, most of the time we listen to his deliberation where I am here. I just go to my radio. But I just want to say this. Costa, you see, you are the critical voice in Liberia. And a critical voice means that you're not supposed to be one-sided. People who are accusing you or siding with the president or whosoever, he a citizen. And the only thing we got on him is that he is now going the country the right way. But if he's doing something that is beneficial to the country, We should come out and say, hey, not because he do wrong today or tomorrow when he do good, you should not say, hey, no. Those people that are happy about the part, they are not good, because that part there, the money that they use on that part is the taxpayer money. And if something happened to the part, they should not be happy because we are the one that put that part down. You understand? So they should not say you should understand. Look, let me tell you, the politicians, those who are the politicians, they are over there. We got to chastise. You got to chastise everybody.
Okay.
You understand? So if somebody telling you that you didn't do so, or you siding with the president, let them go do what they have to do for themselves.
All right. Thank you so much. The WhatsApp number is +231.
We're not siding with the president. We are just saying that the park belongs to us. If it gets flooded, we should not be happy about that. We should not be happy that it gets flooded because our money, they're not Jowia money. The park is not Jowia personal property. It's for us. But the reason why people are celebrating it is because they don't like George Weah. And the reason why people don't like George Weah is because of the way George Weah running the country. So we're not backing up nobody. We understand where the people are coming from. The people are not happy. Okay? Because the country is divided. And the country is not divided because of the citizens. The country is divided because of the government. Okay? You are the leader. You set the tune. If you got 10 children in the house, and you don't ensure that your children get along, you are responsible. If your children are fighting with knives and hurting one another, you are responsible. When your children are not together, you are responsible. You are the head of the home. So whatever is happening in the country is George Weah's responsibility because he is the president. That is responsibility. The country is divided. Who you blame? That Costa? No, that George Weah. You are the leader of the country. You are president for everybody. You're not president for citizens alone. So govern the country as the president for all. But the country is damn divided. Let's take some calls there. Yeah, the WhatsApp number there pinned at the bottom. +231 888 624171. Let me repeat that number. +231 888 624171. That's the WhatsApp number to call in. Boga, let's take some calls there. Our time is up. We're gonna take a few calls.
Good morning. I'll take this person online. Good morning.
That's the WhatsApp number to call in. Boga, let's take some calls.
Good morning.
Hello.
Please listen to me through your phone. Your name is joining us
Morning,
from.
Baka. Good morning.
Your name is calling from.
This is DJ Lume Baka. Baka, let me say this. Thank you to Costa and thank you to you this morning for bringing the program. Don't you know that the former Gorbachev market that they've been talking about is also leaking? Why every time, President, we are doing something when people are advising, they don't listen? And some of the engineers to pay for those things. That the taxpayer money. In advance country, when engineer does the work and not correct, they bring the book and you pay for damage. Look at that for Gorbachev market. When you read my brother, just take the people will say in photo you see it. Even down to the place where they can pour a red light, the whole place is leaking. So what kind of business or you'll be doing with put taxpayer money and you build these places it comes out to be bad. You have you not anywhere, any beta Jaladan when in the opposition they were talking about
Right, thank you. Let's take another person.
Wait. Somebody said my picking Stephen Bernard says the engineer didn't do well. Stephen Bernard, no, I don't agree with you. He said the engineer didn't do well because they put the project at the wrong site. No, George Weah didn't do well. It is George Weah who said he wanted that project there. I'm sure Weah didn't care about the opinion of the engineer. So, no, I beg you. Don't blame the engineer. Why you won't blame the engineer yet? No. George Weah said he wanted to build a park there. When we were complaining that that place was not safe to build a park because it's right there underneath the airport, Joe, we didn't care. He wanted to park there. So don't blame the engineer, my big Stephen Bernard. The president wanted the park built there. You know why? Because he had a sentimental attachment to that particular space. This was RE practice ground. This is where, when he used to play for RE, this is where he used to practice. So he wanted the park built there. Why do you think he called it Invincible Park? He wanted the park named after his football club that he used to play for back in the day. That's all. So it was all about his ego. It was all about what he wanted. So he wanted the park built there because that was where he used to play. He built the park, then he built a small museum in the park in his honor. That's what he did. He built the park there because he wanted it there. So don't blame the engineer, my being. Let's take some calls there, Baka.
Now take this person on this line. Good morning, welcome. We just missed up on our caller, but the phone lines are still open. The WhatsApp number is pinned on the screen that you can call on +231 888 Now take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
Yeah, good morning. This is Adolphus calling from Pennsylvania.
Welcome.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Boaka. Thank you, Henry. Basically, I was calling in regards to the case in Grand Gila, Arthur Droy case. Just to give little facts in regards to what this morning. The first thing, Arthur held the two elections, the 2020 elections and the 2021 election that brought Madison going to power. It was in Mana Dennis. That's the first mistake Costa made. The second one, Arthur Droy, Grant, and Penu were called by the fiancé of Alfred right in front of the Internal Affairs Minister in Grand Gila. The woman came out and spoke and called those three names. Zoe Penu was not in Tokyo, as he claimed. Zoe was in Tokyo. Zoe was in the Ivory Coast, the border close to where Alfred got missing.
I did
Zoe
not
was
say
not
Tokyo.
in Tokyo. Another.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's see if we can take another person on this line. This person here. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yep, your name is joining us from?
Yeah, this is Othello Yene, and I call you from the state of Virginia.
Go ahead, you live.
All right, good. Let me extend a warm greetings to Mr. Costa. And Costa, great man, and thank you for the program. Look, I'm here to speak a little bit of the Invisible Park. My concern is not George Weah building park in the country. My concern is the manner in which taxpayer money was spent. Before you build a park to that location, I think there should be some type of study done, whether it was reinforced in the country, where the park would be protected. But he just presented that area to the country in less than a month. And we already have a swimming pool into the park. So how did he spend the money? Who are those that worked on the park? Was it done in the interest of our country, or he did it because of political reason, because he knows that next year is election? Did he do that because he won't vote? And these are questions we should be asking Ambassador Weah and his government. Thank you so much, Henry.
Thank you so much. We take more calls, like a few more calls, then we call it a day here.
We'll take 3 more calls, 3 more calls.
Yep, this person tried calling. Let me see if I can get you on the line. Let's see. 0770-102-102-86 010-383 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, Moni.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just me. I'm calling Oma or the show just.
You say you calling from Oman?
She calling from Oman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us a
Hello?
little bit about what's happening in Oman.
What's happening with her in
Seriously,
Oman?
Oma, right? So we are dying. Seriously, we are dying. We are almost stressful. We need to not as speak.
I
And
said,
in the
what are the
back,
government got in touch with them, boy guy?
You say, yeah.
Boy guy, ask her what are the
Hello.
government got in touch with them.
Her line is not too.
Did she
Her
call
line
you
is not.
from
She said
WhatsApp?
she gone off. Yeah, from WhatsApp.
Yeah, one of them sent me a message
She called me on
yesterday.
WhatsApp.
One of them sent me a message yesterday, and oh my God, she sent me a video of where they're sleeping, where she sleeps, and it rains in the place, and I mean it's so sad because she was dipping the water. She sent me the video. She was dipping the water out of the place she sleeps. Okay. I mean,
How
I
you
saw.
doing? How's everything?
Okay, this person sent me a message yesterday.
How you doing? How's everything? I pray you are doing okay. Please have again you. My friend just sent this contact to me. We are 4 Liberian girls in Kurdistan, Iraq. Iraq is one of the region, and Kurdistan is one of the region in Iraq. The reason why we couldn't contact you because we couldn't contact you sooner because yeah, they can take our phone from us. They give it to you like one time in a week. And for like 15-20 minutes, you communicate with your family and they take it from you. And you can sit like you sit in the maze while communicating.
Hey, somebody calling me. Somebody calling.
I have to lie
Why?
to my bosses and I told them my phone's full. My phone abroad here, living like people, he have.
Oh God. Let me put my phone on flight mode. Then I can play it directly from.
Oh, boy, guy, look how they're gonna play the guess
Okay,
that they
gonna put
win.
it on flight
Curtis Stein.
mode. Okay.
Listen, boy, guy. Curtis Stein is a region
Stein,
in
yeah.
Iraq where the Kurds are from. These people were some of the biggest people. I mean, they were some of the biggest opponents to Saddam Hussein. Kurdistan, Iraq. What the hell did they go do in Kurdistan,
Yeah.
Iraq? Jesus Christ!
Costa, please
Play
listen
that
to
thing
her.
again.
Just listen to her story. The thing is in line. She explained how she got there, the person that took her there, everything. She sent me the entire recording. So
You gotta
just
download it. We'll play it tomorrow. Just play a little bit of it.
So I threw it down the potato. So I sent it to her. I gave it to her. I told her to take money from my salary and buy. I told her to take money from my salary to buy phone. So so all she know the phone, my old phone spoil, but my old phone is not spoiled. It cracked, the protector got broken. So this is why I'm communicating. I will be hardly giving you information, but because my phone is not always with me. If they see me with phone, they will definitely take it from me. Yeah. There's a guy from Freetown. We came here, we got to know him from Freetown, but he lived in Liberia. They call he's a criminal. The name he gave me, he said copper. The name he gave to the other girl, he said money. That's the manner name everyone in the community know he to be. But the real name, which call her from our friend here too, because we are 4 Liberian girls. He sent to Kurdistan for me. He lied to me. He said I will go in Turkey. I just cut in the shop because I have no time. I just cut in the story short. I have no time. If I have opportunity next time, I will better explain. We suffer here just what the girls going through in Oman. This is what we're going through. We are suffering here. We need the help of the Liberian government to take us from here. We are information we got it from this guy. He's still sending people Oman. He send people to Oman. He got girls that he sending Oman every other day. I got few girls need a picture in my phone that you guys can contact right now in Oman. He sent them there. This guy is living Carware. Carware. I have to just. This guy is living Carware, Boston Junction. When you take the route to the train track, you go straight down. There's a school, I think elementary or junior high school, painted with orange. Right at the back of the school or side of the school, you can see that here. You see a real fence at the back of the fence.
Okay, cut it off. We'll finish it tomorrow. Cut it off. We'll finish it tomorrow. The part of Iraq, this girl said they are, the four of them, is Kurdistan is a region in Iraq that Saddam Hussein bombed them before with chemical weapons in the first Gulf War in the 90s. And they have since been they've had some quasi-independence, sort of. You know, they run their own quasi-autonomy, you know, and they are close to the border with Turkey. The people there are called the Kurds, Kurdistan, K-U-R-D. And why the hell would they go to Kurdistan, Iraq, of all places? Buckeye, you know, I mean, how can we help these people? They're all over this. Man, damn it. We've got some information we'll give you tomorrow. I just received something somebody sent me. Some guy working to two places in the government. He works at the National Bureau of Concessions as a consultant. He works at Water and Sewer. He works at Water and Sewer as a consultant. He makes $4,000 a month. Whereas he's working at the National Bureau of Concessions. Can you imagine? I have his contract here, by the way. I have the guy's contract. We'll publish the contract. This kind of guy should go to jail. The man, people looking for jobs, the man working two places. The Sanama Swan works at yesterday he was forced to resign from the National Bureau of Concessions when the thing broke that he was working at two places collecting two salaries. But forget that, we'll discuss that tomorrow. But look at these sisters of ours. What are you going to do in Iraq? What are you doing in Iraq? What are you going to do to Oman? But how long is that recording?
You know, it's she sent 4 different recordings, and you know,
that was just one
explaining everything. Yeah, that was just one. And the girl was talking to her from Oman, sent me a message, and then please, I will call you back. The woman entered the bathroom to see what I come to in the bathroom. That's a message she just sent. They get a call from Oman.
Can you imagine, Boga? So you mean because you work for somebody as a domestic servant, you can't even go on the phone to talk in the bathroom? They are like slaves.
Just coming back. Hello?
Yeah, Harry?
Yeah, getting you. You said the woman come in the bathroom to you?
Yeah, she came there. But she went outside. Yeah, and Baba was through it. It's not easy. It's not easy. I have for me, have school. Too much pain here. I have to find the John Holly. Each one, the John people of 3 men, John and Ripper. It's not easy. Because I get everything. Let's talk about us. You, my other government stay for us. In the agent, I mean, I'm the kids that you're telling. What's important to me? First, freedom and people are enjoying it. People are in good health. It's not easy for other government stay for us. At this next way, if they don't need it, some of us will be typical for some of us in a year that they're making ways to care only a family and animals. So please, here and what I have this for us. You help us. You
Is there? Cause
I said, what if the government of Liberia has contacted them?
So have the government contacted you guys?
No. We have not heard anything from them yet. We have not heard anything from them. Some agents in and calling the agents here. They keep all our friends to make first video and we enjoy for them to be safe. It's not easy for us here. And some of the agents already know that they need to know that for us.
Okay, so now what she's saying, Costa, is that since the people that they are staying with know that the government trying to send for them now, they are taking them from where they are and carrying them on their farms. That's what now they are doing. So government will do something about this.
You know, even with the Liberian government, it's not going to be easy to get them. They are in a far away country where those people don't respect human rights. You know, how do you help them? You know, even for the government, it will be hard, Waka, because when they take them to different locations, how do you trace them?
That's a problem.
Amen.
As because every day I receive a message, different message from different person contacting me on this. Almost 50, 60% just all of them are ladies just sending message. Oh, we hear that you the one taking our contact for this and that. I'm in Oman, I'm in Dubai, I'm in Turkey, I'm in this place. Everybody just sending message.
I mean, I
it's heartbroken, Costa, totally.
We don't know what to say. We don't know what to say, because at this stage here, what do we do? What do we do? The government people too, they don't seem to be really serious about this thing. And they are too plenty too. They are spread all over the place, boy.
Yeah.
To assist them, it will be hard because there are plenty. And the people
plenty and all over, not just a specific era.
There you go. Amen. I know, yeah. I know what to do. I don't know what to do. Yeah. Man, that will be back. Someday you just put your hand, you just throw your hand up in the air. It's hopeless. It's a hopeless situation. You know. Look at what I get explained. 3 men raped one of their friends, and they beat her and broke several teeth in her mouth. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that? 3 men raped one of her friends. Let go back. These things just put us under stress. Just put us under stress.